This segment of Delmarva Live is brought to you by State Farm Insurance.
Experts predict gas prices could plunge another 20 cents by June thanks to a steep fall in the price of oil. Still, more than $3 a gallon. Gas is not cheap, so anything you can do to save a few bucks is certainly worth it. State Farm Insurance agent Tom Prunty of Salisbury joins us today with a few simple steps that can really go a long ways in helping you save at the pump. Tom, thanks for coming in.
Sure, thanks for having me.
Okay, so obviously it's a good idea to drive the speed limit for legal reasons, but driving moderately can save you on gas too.
Yes, of course, when you drive, you should consistently keep your speed at or under the speed limit and use your cruise control when you're out on the highway.
So don't gun it.
Don't gun it.
No rabbit starts or screeching stops, I guess.
Aggressive driving's never a good idea because that is a fuel waster, and screeching around corners and slamming on the gas and the brake, and that always causes you to use more fuel than necessary. So we recommend that you drive moderately and be friendly on the road.
So driving gently is a good idea.
Absolutely.
There has been controversy that has popped up over when you let the car idle and how cars have changed from having a carburetor to now all the electronic fuel injection and everything. But what about idling? If we're parked, is it better to let your car idle or turn it off and restart it?
Excessive idling uses a surprising amount of gas now, so even more so than restarting your engine. So if you're going to be in a parked car for more than, say, 1 or 2 minutes, we recommend that you turn the car off, and then when you're ready to resume driving, just go ahead and restart your engine then.
So if I'm in the drive-through and it looks like the guy in front of me got a great big order, just turn it off and start again?
Yes.
But that doesn't include traffic, right? If you're sitting at the stoplight.
Well, it depends on the circumstance, but if you're going to be if you're sitting in a log jam and you're not going to be moving and there's an accident, you might want to turn your engine off and restart. But if it's going to be more than 1 or 2 minutes, but in traffic, as a general rule of thumb, you'll leave it running.
Leave your engine running, it's always a good thing. So let's talk about the actual gas that we put into the car. Mm-hmm. Would a higher octane gasoline help us?
There's no guarantee that a higher octane gasoline will save you on fuel efficiency. We recommend that you use what the auto manufacturer of the make and model that you're driving. So check your owner's manual, see what they recommend on octane level, and use the octane level they recommend in the manual, because you can put a higher octane in, it may not save you more fuel. It might require it, it may not.
Okay, so let's talk what else we can do on the road. Aerodynamics, what about aerodynamics? What can we do to smooth out the car's ride?
Well, aerodynamics on a car, when you create drag on the car, you're decreasing your fuel efficiency. So when you're out on the highway, keep your windows up, keep your moonroof shut. Even keeping your car clean and waxed will reduce the drag on your car, which will increase your fuel efficiency.
So do something a little more aerodynamic than just wrapping everything up in the tarp and throwing it up on top. That's not going to help your gas mileage any. That's not a good thing. Well, people are getting ready to go on road trips. The warm weather is getting ready to set in. I mean, everybody's going on vacations now. What about traveling light? Is that really going to help us any?
When you travel, it's not a good idea to carry excess weight in the car. If you have unnecessary items in the car, so you want to look around the trunk or the back seat, anything that you don't need, just store it safely somewhere else, because every 100 pounds that you carry in the car reduces your fuel efficiency by 1 to 2%.
I find that I've got all these little errands that I have to run all the time, and I keep running a whole bunch of different errands. There's got to be a better way to do it.
The world we live in.
Yeah.
Well, combining trips is always a good idea. For better fuel efficiency, when you're going to the bank and you're going to go over to the dry cleaner in the grocery store, just a warm engine runs more efficiently than a cold engine. Mm-hmm. So by combining it, you not only save time, but you save fuel.
And talking about warm engine, cool engine, and efficiently, routine maintenance is important too, isn't it?
Very important. Your routine maintenance schedule is very important to how your car requires clean air and clean fuel to run at its best. So by keeping a regular schedule on your tune-ups and your oil changes, and by changing your filters out so they're clean and the car will run at its best and most fuel efficient, that'll save you up to 4% on your mileage right there. And then, of course, you want to use the right type of oil. Look at your manual, use what the manufacturer recommends. That can save you 1 to 2% right there. And make sure that your tires are properly inflated. About 1 out of every 4 cars on the road today are underinflated. So not only does that create, maintenance on your tires, but it also decreases your fuel efficiency.
It's really simple, isn't it? It's
Simple.
not rocket science.
No.
Tom, thank you so much for the information. Appreciate you coming in this afternoon. Now, if you'd like more tips on State Farm Insurance, on how to save your gas, go to DelmarvaLife.com and click on the Show tab.